Hello all. Vladimir Putin is an ass. He is running the Russian government for the benefit of himself and his friends, and he's running the country into the ground. Also, there are few things that are as scary as a nuclear power that runs all over the world, intervening wherever it wants. But you've got to hand it to him. Over the past 2 years, he's managed to throw a massive wrench into US plans for Europe and the Middle East. And he's made it look easy. His interventions use and expose the fundamental ridiculousness of US policy in certain countries. The Pentagon and the politicians want us to be scared of Putin. That's pretty silly. The past 2 years have shown just how worthless the Russian military machine is. The vaunted Red Army, incognito or not, has failed to make much headway in a country that's right next door and half Russian. Last week, Russia fired some cruise missiles at Syria from the Caspian Sea, and most of them got there. Only a few of them ended up falling on Iran, hundreds of miles from their targets. Russia has managed to completely unravel US and Turkish plans for Syria with a small fraction of the resources that the Western coalition has expended in the conflict. And that's Putin's accomplishment. It's not a sign of new Russian power. It's a sign of just how confused our policies in Syria and Ukraine are. We should be using Putin's actions as an opportunity for reflection, not for Cold War nostalgia. We should be asking ourselves questions like, why exactly did Washington, D.C. so enthusiastically support the overthrow of a democratically elected government in Ukraine? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the EU is really looking for more economic migrants right now. Why are we spending so much effort on the war in Syria when we don't actually want anybody to win it? We are arming rebels against the regime, bombing ISIS, and letting our Turkish allies bomb the Kurds. If we're fighting a proxy war, we're kind of missing the point. You need a proxy to fight one of those, and we don't have one. And in the bigger picture, why does our 14-year-old war against Islamic terrorism keep taking out the least religious Muslim leaders in the Middle East? Why does our every action seem to create more havens for terrorism? These are all great puzzlers. Putin's actions are terrible for Ukraine, almost certain to be bad for Syria, and trust me, they're going to end up being awful for Russia. But they provide us in the United States with an opportunity. Putin's actions make it clear how badly the US government is handling all of these issues. And for that, I'm grateful. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And if you'd like to help me keep making videos like this one, please click on the Patreon link here to find out how. YouTube has stopped paying for videos that mention Syria, so if you were waiting for the right time to chip in, now might be a good one. Good time. Thanks.